Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at the Sita One. You can find daily posts of the tarot cards on Instagram and Sita's weekly tarot readings on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Sita One. My name is Sita. I'm an intuitive astrologer and psychic tarot reader, and I'm here to share with you and interpret, or try to interpret, the upcoming energies, astrological energies, from May 8th to the 14th. So here we go. Planets are on the move. There are changes in signs, retrogrades, and the upcoming eclipse next week. Yes, another one. So we're still under the influence of the first one, solar new moon eclipse in Taurus, but close to Uranus, and the nodes are around there. So all in Taurus. Taurus, your comforts, what you rely on, your security, like your security blanket when you were a child, and that's changing. The perception of what you need to keep yourself safe and secure, and your food, nutrition, all those things, they're changing, and there's no way around it. It's changing. So how are you going to adapt to it? What are the intentions you're setting towards your goals that's going to bring you and give you a new perspective on how you can create those desires? So Mercury is in its home sign Gemini, but it won't be there for long because on the 10th it moves retrograde. We've already experienced the shadow period. Now retrograde is the funny thing for Mercury. When you look at your chart, if you know it, if your Mercury is in retrograde, retrogrades don't really affect you necessarily, but if they're not, it depends on where it is in your houses and what planets it connects with. That's where it'll affect you. Generally, we're moving from Gemini back into Taurus, and then that energy won't be moving back until June sometime. So we're already seeing it. Delayed plans, request for revision. So you thought you finished something, and then here they come. They want more. They want this. They want more details. Extra planning. Maybe late delivery dates. If you order something from Amazon, it might be late or it gets lost. All these things happen, and they're frustrating energy, but they're energy that you, if you're prepared, you can work with. And I think that's what's really great about Mercury retrograde. It gives you a chance to slow down and to stop reacting and to actually plan, revise, research, all the re's, which in the end, as the Mercury moves station and then direct, you'll see the outcome of those plans, and there'll be a much better manifestation of your ideas than if you had just gone ahead and pushed wildly against something. The outcome is not so great. So especially in Taurus, it'll be long lasting. So don't think of it as frustration, but your thoughts might be kind of fuzzy. Like you think, oh, I need that and I need it now. No, take a step back, talk to somebody, write it down, do some research on the internet, give it time. And that's kind of a common advice that financial planners and advisors will give you if you're trying to control your spending. Step back. Do you really need that item? Well, Mercury is the perfect time. If you're planning to buy something, this is the time where you research, look at different prices, talk to different people, get information. Just remember, any sudden moves is deceptive. Mercury is the trickster. So when I say the trickster, I mean that it can deceive you into thinking you need to do or have something you really don't need. And this, life goes on, you make appointments, you have to drive your car, whatever Mercury represents, technology, etc. This goes on. It's just how you're handling it. I think this is a great opportunity to practice presence. I've talked about it before, so remain present. Don't let your mind kidnap you, I call it, and take you into places it doesn't need to be. So that will keep these rash actions under control, and then later on, as you reflect, you will see there would have been great consequences into moving ahead with those sudden decisions. Then whatever issues you are, and this is the great thing about Mercury retrograde, they usually clear up. If you lost something, you may find it in the shadow period, or when Mercury moves retrograde, or when it comes out. So that's the neat thing about Mercury. Just watch the small details of your life and you'll see what I mean, and reflect on the last time there was a Mercury retrograde. And remember the eclipse energy, that wild thing that moves really, it's like stealth. It moves underground. You don't see the effects of it till much later. So that's an effect also. Take a deep breath when you review, discuss it, and then you'll see some movement. Now, this week starts with a moon square sun in Taurus. This is kind of a big deal. And Uranus also. So it may bring unexpected feelings. These could be good feelings, these could be bad feelings. It may invigorate you to make changes and bring different perspectives. Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. Mercury is mind, thoughts. Uranus is the higher mind, reaching beyond limitations. So give yourself a chance this week to work things out, bringing a different view of things, and don't avoid your emotions. You don't have to express them, but you could write them down or just reflect on them and talk with them, with somebody about them, with somebody that you trust. What else do we have going on? Well, there's movement into Aries, and this ushers in renewed physical energy, fits in with spring, but also competition, aggression, and anger. So the Piscean energy that's been happening with Jupiter and Neptune, etc., that still is in effect. It didn't just go away. So use that to temper your aggression. If you feel that you need to react to something, to push ahead despite other people's warnings, or intuitively you may be picking up that there's resistance, watch out. Just don't push forward too much. But it's a good aspect. Jupiter is going to be there expanding these aspects along with Venus. The impulse to move forward is a very potent one. So just remember, use the Piscean energy of compassion, slowing things down, looking beyond just what's in front of you in your environment. And remember that Mars is moving, but it won't reach, it's still in Pisces, and it won't reach Neptune until later in the month. So that whole Piscean thing is not over. It's not going to be over. It lingers. These are the Jupiter and Neptune, major planets. This is a major transit for the collective. So we're still in that Piscean influence. And then Jupiter retrogrades briefly into Pisces, and Chiron is in Aries, so indicate healing. So you're wounding, and that is where you're going to be irritated. So just watch that energy along. Remember I said there's a lot going on. Mercury retrograde, Pluto's in retrograde, all these things are going on, and they're challenges, but you grow from the challenges. If everything was nice and easy, there would be no growth. So we're in a major collective spiritual movement towards a more open, loving life. And let's all contribute by taking care of our own stuff. And so enjoy this week. Remember, you can find these videos on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the Sita One, along with the daily posts on Instagram and Sita's weekly tarot readings on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Sita One. So stay present, breathe, try to avoid impulsive action. Go for a walk, do something physical, clean up your yard, whatever, your house, a cupboard. Focus on that for a while remaining present, and that will get you through. And some interesting things are going to come up about your security, maybe your home, how you feel about your resources, your money, and you need to be aware of that. And what you thought would bring you safety is not, or security is not going to bring you security. That's the Uranian effect. Remember to take care of yourself and others, and I will see you next time.